shit, I swear. And they know it, they know it, they know it. Niggas ain't shit, I swear. And they know it, they know it, they know it.
What's up, what's goody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ishamoy if it's your first time here, and for today's video I'm finally gonna be trying to do a side swoop ponytail, basically a side swoop low ponytail. So disclaimer, the front of my hair has always been thin, so yeah, if I look like I don't got no edges, just know the front of my hair has always been thin. I was supposed to get my hair done on this day, but we had to reschedule the appointment, so that's why I'm just going ahead to try this low swoop ponytail. So I'm going to start off by detangling and sectioning off my hair. I'm going to be doing a part to the left side of my head. It's going to be the right hand side of your screen. I'm going to be using the soft touch wax, and the first thing I'm going to be using that for is to clean up my part. So that rough parting that I made before, I'm just going to go over that with the wax, and then I'm going to use the rat tail comb and redo the part. So the wax basically just helps to make it cleaner. So by the way guys, if you guys notice a bump on my chin, it's because your girl hasn't been drinking a lot of water like she's supposed to. If you watched the video where I impulsively dyed my hair burgundy, then you know that I call the bump Paul. So Paul is still here and flourishing, but I'm working on that. I'm probably gonna do a skincare video really soon. But anywho's, back to the hair. So as you guys can see, I was flourishing with this style, like I was killing it. But this is where I messed up. You guys noticed that I did this little part at the top. That's gonna be the swoop. First thing you would have noticed is that the parting for that is not, you know, neat. Like the side is fine, but up at that top section is where, you know, everything went wrong. But right now I'm just detangling my hair some more with a afro pick. This is what I use for like when my hair gets really thick and it's kind of hard to detangle, and especially that the fact that I've been doing a lot of protective styles, it tends to be hard to detangle. So this is like a lifesaver. So I'm applying the soft touch wax, and I'm also applying some Xtreme wetline gel to get my ponytail, you know, sleek and sloop. So I'm actually using the blue top wetline gel. I think this is the original one. The gel itself is clear, so just in case you're wondering which one I'm using, that is the one that I'm using. So I'm just, as I said, applying the product, sleeking my hair with my hand, and then going over that with the brush. Sleeking it with your hand before you use the brush, it just, you know, dispenses the product evenly and makes it easier for you to actually brush it down, or, you know, brush it in the direction that you want. So as I said, I'm doing a low ponytail, so I'm just going in with 2 small black elastic bands to secure that into place, and then I go over it with the brush. Now this isn't the ideal brush for this style. I would have preferred something a little bit more dense and, I don't know, probably softer, but just dense. This brush was not giving what it was supposed to give, but yeah, still we move. Anyways, I'm gonna start off by separating the hair piece by piece. For this swooping method, I'm gonna be using the same Xtreme wetline gel that I showed you guys a couple minutes ago. You don't want to use the wax for this because it's just not gonna work out, because it's when you actually are doing the swoop, you guys see that I'm, you know, smoothing the hair over, and I'm gonna go over and over and over and over and over until, you know, it's as sleek and smooth as I want it to be. When you use the wax, it doesn't give you that amount of room to move it around because the wax is thick. It kind of just lets it sit in one position. That's not what you want, because for me, as I told you guys, my hair front is thin, as thin as they come, so I have to move my hair around to kind of ensure that my swoop doesn't look spacey and sparse and look like my head a pickle, which it eventually will, but to try to not, you know, let it look that bad, I'm gonna need to be able to swoop and move my hair around and around. And this is one of the reasons why I haven't been wearing this style, because I've tried it before. It never come out this good, but I've tried it before. but just because my hair is thin, and don't you dare think I'm not working on my hair. I have used castor oil so many times. um Matter of fact, my hair never used to be able to go into a ponytail at all. Like if I was gonna put my hair in ponytails, it had to be in three, not even two. So you know my hair was super duper short, and now I can put my hair in a ponytail, I can put my hair in a low ponytail. So we've grown. But as I said, I'm just parting the hair and swooping it down with the Xtreme wetline gel. And if you notice as well, I'm parting the hair slanted. This just gives you more room to actually swoop the hair. I saw this in a tutorial that I was watching before I decided to do this style, and they basically said that if you want the swoop to be perfect, you can't part it straight, because if you part it straight, it's gonna be harder to swoop. So that's what I'm doing. As you guys can see, it was coming out good so far. Yeah, it was coming out good so far. The low ponytail that I did, by the way, it might look a little bit slap, but that's because I'm gonna go over it. I just wanted to show you guys the top of my wetline gel, show you guys that it's actually red. The reason why it's red is because I dyed some hair a couple days ago, and I actually got the dye on the gel. So if you notice that the gel or my hair looks red, like it's bleeding, meaning that the color is coming out, or the color is spreading, or the color is on the comb or on my face or whatever, it's not the color that I used to color my hair. It's actually the color that was left on the top of the gel, that coincidentally is almost the same color as my hair. But I don't know, I just thought you guys should know that. But I'm basically just doing the same things, just going over and over and over and over the swoop, trying to perfect it. The hardest part for me with the swoop was getting it past the ear portion and making sure that it is flat. Yeah, you guys can see when I move the gel around, it looks red. It's not my hair, I promise you. My hair color is permanent, but the semi-permanent color that is on the gel is what is causing that red look. But anywho's, yeah, as I said, the hardest part for me was swooping it behind my ears, but I was kind of doing it. I was getting it. So yeah, just as I said, continue going. And you don't have to part the hair thick, because if you part it thick, it's gonna be harder to swoop. So part it as small as you can before you try to sleek it down, and try to follow the same pattern that you have with the first couple of swoops. And doing this piece by piece, it makes it flatter, because you could have just tried to apply the gel to all of the hair at once and swooping it down, but that would have been so much more difficult. It would have taken hours. Not saying that this it probably looked like a short style, but it's actually, it took me a while. And to be honest, when I was finished, because I kept going over, as you guys can see, that area where the swoop is, my face was literally hurting me, because the amount of times I went over that area with the comb, because I'm kind of a perfectionist. I like things to come out the way that I want them to. I like them to come out, you know, sleek, swoop. I just wanted it to come out really, really good. So I kept going over and over and over and over and over again. So it took me probably an hour or so to get it to my liking, and I still would have changed something. I probably would have added here, like I would have gotten some clip-ins or something that match my hair texture, just to make it look a little bit thicker, because even though I have 4C hair, I have fine hair strands. I don't know if you guys understand what that means, but basically, if you were to take one of my hair strands by itself, it's really, really tiny in comparison to some people have really, really thick hair. But you guys can see what I was telling you about the parting, like right up top I messed up. I'm gonna go in off camera and try to fix it, but I'm still not gonna get it perfect, because the swoop is already gonna be done, and homegirl did not want to mess that up. So I was kind of mad about it, but not too mad, because the side part itself looks good, but just that top portion is what was killing me. So as you guys can see, there are some little pieces of hair that it's not flowing the way I want it to, so I'm going over that with my comb again. I'm also going to go over it with my brush, just to kind of get it how I want it. And also, if you're looking closely on my forehead area, you will see that it looks a bit red. That's what I was trying to explain with the gel and whatever. But that is what my swoop was looking like. It was super duper textured. It wasn't smooth and sleek like you probably would have seen it on another channel, but it's what I was working with. Okay, so I'm just going over the swoop here and there, just swooping and fixing that little sparse area, because the thing is I wanted the swoop to come out like in my face, kind of sorta, but my hair is thin and it's also curling up, so it's leaving a lot of spaces. But anywho, I couldn't find my edge brush, don't know where it was. I was using a spoolie to kind of do those two little swooped baby hairs, because I feel like it looks so good on a low ponytail. I'm also going to be taking my rat tail comb and just pulling it along the edge of the baby hair, just so it looks sleeker. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take two more black elastic bands, and I'm gonna sleek down my hair as much as I possibly can get it, and I'm gonna secure it again with these two elastic bands. Now the reason I'm re-securing my hair is because all of that hair that we swooped and sleeked, and we were trying to get into that swoop, all that hair is just basically sitting at the root of the previous elastic band. So I wanted to make sure that I got those in the ponytail. Then I'm also going to go ahead and apply some of that Xtreme wetline gel to the ends of my hair. You guys see me going through that with a comb, just to basically get the curls to look popping and whatever. So that's basically how I got my side swoop. I did kind of fix it up a little bit more off camera, so it's not gonna look as spacey, but you can still see that my hair is thin. But I mean, if you guys have thick hair, it's gonna look so much better. This was a fun style to do, I'm not gonna lie. Love my hair texture, and I wanted to play around since I got this new color. And I feel like like the back of my hair, guys, is so thick, like it's so unfair. But I feel like this would be a cute style, especially try it with my new color and whatever. But let me know what you guys think. Hopefully you learned something. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.